Let's talk about something a lot of us deal with but don't always discuss openly: being yourself in a workplace where authenticity isn't encouraged or rewarded. And if you're someone who's often in the minority, whether that's because of your race or your gender or your background or something else, you might find yourself code switching just to fit in or to be taken seriously. I get it. As a white Latina and someone who's managed multiple diverse teams, I've seen firsthand how this plays out. I know the pressure to adapt or downplay parts of yourself to make other people more comfortable. And I know how exhausting that can be. And I totally understand that the color of my skin gives me a level of privilege that a lot of other people don't have. So, how do we navigate this? How do we stay true to who we are in environments that may not always feel welcoming or inclusive? First, choose your moments wisely. You don't have to show every side of yourself to everyone all the time. Start by finding people who value your authenticity. Find your allies, your mentors, your colleagues who see and appreciate the real you. Those relationships are so important. They create safe spaces where you don't feel like you have to constantly code switch and you can express yourself more fully. Next, be clear about your boundaries. You don't need to change who you are to be accepted. Small, consistent actions like standing by your values, speaking up when it matters, or even just showing kindness and respect in the way that feels true to you can help set the tone for how you want to be treated. As a leader, I've seen the impact of these actions, not just on an individual, but across entire teams. Be strategic about where and how you show up. If you feel like the company culture doesn't always get who you are, find ways to get noticed for your work, for your ideas, for your contributions. Look for projects that align with your values and where your authentic self can shine without needing to adjust who you are. As a leader, I strive to create an environment where people are comfortable and feel safe being themselves. But if you aren't in a situation like that, finding those opportunities are really important. And remember that you have options. I know not everyone can just leave a job, but if the environment is consistently asking you to hide who you are, it's worth considering if that's the right place for you. Your uniqueness, your background, your perspective, those are strengths, not weaknesses. And as a leader, I want my teams to know that they're valued for who they are, not just for what they produce. It's a tough balance, but you deserve to be in a place where all of who you are is seen and valued. As a leader, that's the environment I'm working to build every day. So here's my question for you: are you finding ways to show up as your true self where it matters most, or are you feeling pressure to fit into spaces that don't fully accept you? Tell me about it in the comments.